Start in the West, and let's start with Dallas, shall we? Because Mavericks owner Mark Cuban, he went on Dallas Morning Radio and was asked about Luka Doncic. Take a listen.
I think he was humbled a little bit. I think, he didn't like being called out for his weight and other things, and it finally clicked that, there's a level of discipline that's required. He knows what he needs to do, and it finally clicked that if he's going to be the best, and I know he wants to be the best, that there's certain things he has to control, and once he got a handle on those things, it's just been Katie bar the door. He's just been unstoppable.
So Doncic has played like an all-star starter over his last 10 games since it was announced he did not earn that honor by scoring over 35 points to go with 10.3 rebounds and 9.8 assists per game. And not only has he led the league in scoring over this time, but it's the highest scoring 10-game stretch of his entire career. And I asked him about his recent play when we sat down during All-Star Weekend.
I didn't come ready into the season. I had a long summer. I was 2 months and something with the national team, so I have very little break. So that's why I relaxed maybe too much.
All right, so Luka seems like he's rounded into form as of late as we welcome in Kendrick Perkins. Luka Doncic, 45-plus in 3 of his last 4 games. It's including a career-high 51 points against the Clippers on February 10th. And as we enter the second half, are we about to see the best version of Luka Doncic yet down the home stretch of the season? Perk, I want to start with you.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I want to double down and applaud Luka for getting into shape. And I know it's a lot of people out there that say, oh, he's getting paid $200+ million. That's his job, is to be in shape. Well, he didn't come into shape, and he accepted accountability and responsibility. Look, the great Kevin Garnett always told me, he said, you know what, watch superstars and watch how they act after they get their lettuce. And what we're seeing out of Luka Doncic is we're seeing a great level of commitment. He's playing with great joy. He's driving to the lane, snatching the screws out the basket in traffic, and he's so happy that Kristaps Porzingis is gone. You could just feel the energy, and we are seeing the best. And we are seeing the best version of Luka, and we're going to see the best version of Luka.
Well, I did ask him about Kristaps Porzingis in our conversation. That is going to be airing next week on NBA Today. So that's a little teaser for you. But Ramona, as you look at this version of Luka Doncic, what do you expect for him from the rest of the season?
Well, I think the biggest thing, Malik, is that this is coming from within. This isn't because somebody told him he needed to lose weight or get in better shape. He knows that. He feels that. And I was a little taken aback by Mark Cuban speaking about his weight so openly and so publicly. But the fact that Luka came back and owned it, like, that tells you a lot. I mean, there's not a lot of superstars who want somebody talking, an owner especially, talking about their weight and their conditioning. But he owned it. He talked about it. And by the way, let's revisit this. The best stretch I ever saw Luka Doncic play was in the Clippers series last year. Amazing. But he never stopped. That was late. Remember, last year was late. So then he goes right into the national team. He doesn't have a break. As soon as he comes back this year, he hurts his ankle. So there wasn't time to really play himself into shape as he was planning on. But that was an atypical summer, and I think we have to give him a little credit for that.
Absolutely, Matt.
I mean, thick Luka, medium Luka, skinny Luka. This guy can play basketball, plain and simple. And I think the issue is we're definitely going to see a great Luka second half of the season going into the playoffs. He just doesn't have any help. Perk mentioned Porzingis isn't there. He needs that second guy that's going to do the heavy lifting right along with him. He's going to be amazing. We know that. But who is that second guy that you can consistently count on every night in the playoffs to have between 20 and 22 points a game? They don't really have that anymore. I like Jalen Brunson. I like Hardaway Jr. But to me, they don't have that second guy that's going to really help them propel. And now we're going to be judging Luka based on how far he goes in the playoffs. So to me, he needs more help. But Luka's going to be great.
The Mavericks are 6th in the league in defense. Did you ever think you would see that? I mean, the fact that they have that good a defense takes a lot of the pressure, I think, off Luka. And as you point out, Matt, the lack of a second star. Because if you're playing defense, you can stop anybody. And Luka has actually bought in defensively. Right. Let's not get carried away here. He's not going to be on any all defensive teams. But he's bought in to the accountability that Jason Kidd wants him to bring on that side of the ball.
Go ahead, Big Perk.
Exactly, Ramona, and I think that's a reflection of Jay Kidd and a reflection of a different voice in the locker room. For as a former player, former Hall of Famer, a guy that did it at the highest level, Luka has no choice but to respect what J. Kidd has to say. And I think that was the best hire for Dallas. I think that was the best hire for Luka. And what we're seeing is we're seeing a ripple effect because J. Kidd has came out in the media and said things about Luka as well, for as, you know, him getting technical fouls, and Luka has owned up to it. So, look, right now, the Dallas Mavericks, the organization is in good hands. They're moving in the right direction. I'm with Matt on this one. They got to get them some help, especially playing in the West where you have the top dogs like Golden State, Memphis, the Suns, and like Denver Nuggets and the Utah Jazz. But they're moving in the right direction.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.